Hey everyone, welcome back to the Guitars, Gear, and Music channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I was recently going through my CD collection. I own about between 350 and 400 CDs. I've been collecting CDs probably since the late 80s, ever since I was a kid. The vast majority of CDs that I own are hard rock and metal. And I was thinking to myself, I do own some non-hard rock and non-metal albums, and even a few pop albums. So I was thinking it might be interesting to do a video on my favorite non-hard rock and metal albums, and then you guys can tell me in the comment section some of yours. So I tried to keep this list down to really what I would kind of consider soft rock, folk, and pop. And just as an example, you're not going to find Stevie Ray Vaughan on here because I consider that blues rock. And one final thing here, I am going to be cheating a little bit by pairing the greatest hits album by that same artist if I own it. Alright, so really no particular order on this list. So the first selection here is Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2, and then Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 3. I don't come back to these very often, but I have owned these for years, and I do enjoy them occasionally. Okay, and second up here is Don Henley, The End of the Innocents, and a Greatest Hits album. Again, I don't visit this very often, but occasionally I do listen to it. On the album The End of the Innocents, I like the title track, the song The Last Worthless Evening, New York Minute's pretty good, and The Heart of the Matter. Those are probably my favorite songs on the album. And the Greatest Hits is a repeat of a lot of those with a few extra songs that are really good. Next up here, number 3, I have Christopher Cross's first album, and then it's paired up with his Greatest Hits. Songs that I really like on here, Say You'll Be Mine, which is the first track, Never Be the Same, Ride Like the Wind, and of course, Sailing. And the Greatest Hits, really a repeat of all that with a few extra great songs. And number 4 up here, I have Phil Collins' Serious Hits Live, and then I also have that paired with Phil Collins' Hits. As far as soft rock, adult contemporary rock, I'd say that Phil Collins is still one of my favorites of all time. As far as the Serious Hits Live album, I actually consider a lot of those songs the definitive versions, at least for me. And coming up here at number 5 is the first album by Jeffrey Gaines. If you're not familiar with Jeffrey Gaines, he has a bunch of albums, and his music is adult contemporary and folk-oriented. I have seen him a bunch of times live over the years, and he's just great. One interesting fact about me, my first guitar was an acoustic guitar, and I would say that this is probably the first album that really inspired me to learn how to play guitar. Okay, in many ways, the next 3 albums here are just pure nostalgia. Number 6 for me on this list is going to be Wilson Phillips. This album came out when I was in high school. I've always liked this album, and I still really enjoy it. Okay, number 7 is going to be The Soul Cages by Sting. I'm not particularly a very big Sting fan or even a big Police fan, but I do really like this album. Okay, and the last album here, number 8, is Madonna, The Immaculate Collection. I would argue that this might be one of the best greatest hits albums of all time because everything on here is pretty classic. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and please leave your list in the comment section, and I'll see you soon. Take care.